Hello best friends. In this video, Amazon continues to email me and suggests me fragrances that I should blind buy. So I selected this week. They emailed me 10 selections all in one email, and I blind bought them, and I call them unreal cheap fragrances because they actually do perform very good. A couple of them I didn't buy because I already knew about them. We're going to start today with Carolina Herrera CH Men Privé, which is a great fall fragrance. This came out in 2016, I want to say, 2015. It's got this whiskey note, like boozy, and it's got some lavender and red thyme, cardamom, and leathery. So you're thinking about an elegant, hot fragrance that gets so many compliments, and it does last. This is a 2016 batch. I put the links down below. It does last a nice amount of time, at least well over 7 hours, and great projection, and it's so sexy. The ladies are going to love it. By the way, full disclosure on this video, the links provided for the Amazon for these fragrances are all going to give me maybe $1 if you choose to buy them from those links, and I greatly appreciate that. And what would be even nicer is that in March 2020, I quit my job and I started a website that sells these cool little scent sprayers, and you can get one for $14.95 or become a member and get 3 for $34.95. It'll be helping to support your channel, and I'll love you more than I already love you. Coming up next, we've got a fragrance that smells just like Creed Bellissime Imperial, which costs $450. And the one I'm going to show you that Amazon recommended, do they know that it's a similar scent to that? No, it will cost less than $30. Everything on this list costs no more than $55, $60. The highest, most of them are in the $30 range. Next, Boss Bottled Intense. You see how low this is? It's because I demolished this bottle. I love the smell of this apple boozy scent with some... It's an apple, spice, and everything nice. Tons of compliments. 8 hours long. The dry down is amazing. The opening is amazing. And it just makes you feel good. It's got some cinnamon and vanilla and some spices to make it masculine too. It's crazy how good this thing is. This is an eau de parfum called Boss Bottled Intense. Now the fragrance that I was going to show you real quick. We got to give a shout out to Jody Jones. She's always commenting on the live streams, on the videos, sharing and liking. Respect to the viewer, Jody Jones. She even goes to the website and buys. That's great support. Thank you so much, Jody Jones. Unforgivable by Sean John is the fragrance that smells just like Creed Bellissime Imperial. Can you believe this costs $450? This came out a few years earlier than this, maybe 5 years earlier. This came out in 2005. Fresh, fruity, sweet opening with mandarin, iris, and lemon. Both of these have mandarin, iris, and lemon anyway. The dry down is slightly different, and again, you're talking about the feeling of a $600 expensive cotton clothing against $100 cotton clothing to get it in your mindset. Why would this be the same exact smell as this, and this is $30 and this is $450? And that's why. Maybe they use different ingredients, I don't know, but it's a hell of a buy. It doesn't last as long as you would like, but to get 4 hours, it smells great and tons of compliments. Again, the dry down is slightly different. Next up, we got a really cool fragrance from Bentley, and it's very confusing. It's called Bentley Black, and it kind of smells like Givenchy Gentleman Only. Bentley Black. So you get this bottle, it's super heavy, you got a chrome lid on it, and you're thinking about black, peppery, spicy fragrance. Dark notes are all up and down this. It kind of reminisces you right when you spray it as Acqua di Gio Profumo. It also kind of reminisces you a few minutes afterwards as Acqua di Gio Profondo. But the most remarkable thing about this fragrance is that an hour later you smell it and you're asking yourself, I thought I sprayed Bentley Black on me, and it turns into a blue aquatic freshie. It's the strangest thing. Kind of reminds me of Prada Black, kind of ish like that. But other than that, $33, lasts about 8 hours. It's a great fragrance, for great buy for that. Which comes to the next one by Bentley. It's called Absolute, another one. Now this bottle, you see how dark and black and heavy it is, just like this. This does give you that effect. You got the smokiness. Kind of reminds you of Encre Noire by Lalique, this one does. And it also kind of goes in the same direction as an old Gucci fragrance called Gucci Parome, the brown juice one. So this is a very good buy too. It's got some oud wood resins and pink pepper in it. Delicious fragrance. Now we're talking about another great fall fragrance, one of the more higher price, probably the highest price thing on the whole list that they recommended I buy. Amazon recommended I buy Pure Malt by Thierry Mugler. What you have here is simple coffee, vanilla, mint, caramel, fruity, whiskey, spice. You see these three fragrances got the same vibe going on. And they're all done elegantly, sexy, and you'll get tons of compliments. And this one just makes you feel really, really good and really unique. It came out in 2009 first and was reformulated in 2013, I want to say. My name is Christian O, Fragrance Lover since 1996. I have a question for you. Please comment down below. What was the last thing you bought on Amazon? Tell me, or any fragrance you just bought. We want to get a good list going because most of the people that come on this video are looking for fragrances that are affordable and they work good. So that's the question of the day. The next one is another Bentley fragrance called Infinite Intense. This came out in 2015. Back then, Terre de Hermes was a very popular fragrance, and this was reminiscent of that old Italian citrus vetiver fragrance. $30 for this big bottle, old school vibes, got some patchouli, and it's an eau de parfum. It's the intense version. Oh yeah. Next up, by Moschino, they made me buy Uomo, which is simply a citrus floral musk. Kind of reminds you of Salvatore Ferragamo. Finally, for the ladies, real quick, you got Modest Dieu. What you think about this? Strawberries and chocolate. Strawberries and cherries dipped in chocolate. Sexy, sweet, spicy, and delicious. It's called Modest Dieu. It lasts 8 to 10 hours, projects like crazy. They also make a Modest Dieu for men. It's a niche version of African leather by Mimo, and it lasts an enormous amount of time, and it projects like crazy. It's very, very hard to find. And that's it. 3 helpful tips when shopping on Amazon. Number 1, always buy from Jeff Bezos himself. What does that mean? Whenever you see an item that says fulfilled and shipped by Amazon.com with a little check mark by Prime, it's usually they keep a good eye on their inventory and their merchandise and where they source their goods, so you're good to go 99.9% of the time. Which brings me to step number 2. The tip is you can filter your results, whether you're searching for cell phones, computers, or even fragrances. Search results by your favorite seller, or you can make one of your favorite sellers Amazon. You can filter the search results, so that's all that comes up. And tip number 3 is don't always trust the reviews on Amazon, because sometimes it's the manufacturer's reviews and they're out just to sell the item. Always do a little bit more homework. Go to YouTube and other blog sites to check on whatever item it is. Of course, fragrances as well.